Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, A Cup of Art. I am your host, Starfit today, and a while back I did part 1 to this video where I drew 2 gacha characters that I created myself, and now I'm back with part 2 of this video where I'm going to draw 2 more gacha characters. And then there's going to be a part 3 and part 4 to this video eventually as well, because I have 4 different Gacha Life characters that I also created, and they'll be split up 2 per video, so it'll be a 4-part series, and then from there we'll see if I get to create more redesigns in my own style, human versions of these Gacha Life characters. I've talked enough, let's get into the video. So first up, I have this character that I call Gabby. I really like Gabby's design. It's very simple. I like the wavy-ish curly hair. It's not really curly, but I think that you can turn it into curly hair because it's not necessarily straight either. I like the color scheme of the purple, and then I love the pink in her hair. So I was really happy to draw Gabby because one I knew it was going to be really simple because it's just like her clothing wise, it's just a dress, and 2, I really like the design. So let's get into me actually drawing Gabby. So for all the gacha characters, I tend to keep the same pose because I try to make the pose interesting or sort of interesting, so when I actually get to draw them, I can do something that's not just standing up. So for the first gacha character that I drew in the last video, the first one, she was standing up, is more towards the side. The second gacha character, she was running. Gabby, I just kept her standing up. If I would have changed Gabby's design, and since she has these headphones, I would have probably have put both hands, or at least one of the hands, on the headphones, so it's like really looks like she's listening to music and it's not just there for, design. Because if anything, then if she wasn't actually listening to music, I would have drawn the headphones around her neck. But yeah, I didn't want to keep Gabby's both hands down, so I did put one up, but if I can change it, I would put one or both hands on the headphones itself, and maybe have drawn her eyes closed, maybe with a little blush to show that she's really enjoying what she's listening to, but that's besides the point. For the design today, or the design you guys are watching right now, I really liked it. It was simple. Nothing much I can actually say about it. I liked, like I said, the color palette of purple. I like drawing the hair. I just have never been good at drawing hair in the past, so this was quite enjoyable. I drew Gabby whenever I posted that Gacha Life video, which was probably around March or April. I actually drew Gabby's character then too. So part 1 was actually going to be a three character video, but since I have 4 girls, 4 boys, and I didn't feel like drawing the last girl, I just kept it 2. So I've been holding on to this picture for a couple of months now, but now that recently I actually finally was able to draw the second girl, that's why I'm doing this video today. But yeah, I drew Gabby back then a couple months ago around March. And just in general, I've never been good with hair, and there's just some cases where I draw hair and it looks good, like in Gabby's case, and there's just certain cases where I draw hair and it looks terrible. I still have to look up reference pictures of not actual human hair, but other people's drawings, and just try my best. I have to just take some time in my sketchbook and just fill out a page of a bunch of hair that I can always reference back. I did that recently with facial expressions, because now I'm getting better at actually drawing facial expressions. So that's another thing that I wish I can change, the facial expressions, because it's all too neutral for me. I want to be able to tell a story with my piece. That's why I said that I wish I can change the facial expressions, and I wish I can change how she's posed so I can actually tell a story. I have to get better at doing that, but besides the point, I really like creating characters in Gacha Life and then drawing them in my style, or drawing them because they're human, but drawing them taller, drawing them kind of realistically. So that's been extremely fun, and I'm able to do this whenever I have art block and I just want to draw but I don't know what. I have these characters set. Next time I would probably do some more interesting design with the girls, because I did a couple interesting designs for the boys, like give them wings and stuff, and then for the girls it's kind of basic. But yeah, just for this picture alone, I have, like I said, I have nothing to say about it. It's like really, really simple. I like that for these gacha characters that I've been doing. I liked how I really struggled through drawing different eyes. I always gave all my characters the same eyes. And since I struggled so much, these Gacha Life characters that I created were so helpful, because then I can look at their facial features, especially the eyes, or specifically the eyes, and then match that or try my best to. And that just gave very different variations in eyes. And now, because I liked certain eyes that looked on the Gacha Life characters, even in my art now, a couple months later, I still draw those eyes if I need to, because I think they're so good. The Gacha Life characters that I drew were kind of turning point of me drawing slightly more bigger eyes on my characters than small realistic eyes. Or I never drew realistic eyes, but I drew in smaller proportions, because realistically our eyes are really small. So these characters were a turning point for me, and so I tend to draw my eyes slightly big. I think now I'm going way too big, but yeah. I literally have nothing to say. I think this Gabby was perfect. I enjoyed a lot with the two colored hair, so trying to make sure that the blending between the two different colors were good and not like a sharp cut where you can see the different blends. I really like Gabby. I have nothing else to say, so I'll let the rest of this time lapse play out. Next, we have this character, this alien girl. She's not really an alien. It's a little weird why I'm calling her alien. I think it's because of her hair. But for each of the characters that I created on Gacha Life, the girls and boys, I typically just kept one big color scheme, and then I had extra additional colors for. So for Gabby, her big color was purple, but then she had like that dark pink, dark red for her hair, and then black. And for another character that I drew from the first video, I think her color scheme was orange, but she had like gray also and some other colors. And then the first girl I drew, her main thing was red and blue kind of, and just some odd colors here. So for this alien girl, her main color is blue, but then she has accents of white and pink, and I just loved, and also gray, and I just loved how she looked. And I was really excited to draw her. My hardest part for this girl was the hair. I think I chose that hair because I really wanted to just like go big with it. I really like this tentacle like hair that she had, but it just wasn't working out. I could not draw it. So in the initial sketch, you see that I started to do it, but I didn't like it. Later on, when I'm in the line art coloring phase, I tried to add it in again, and it just still wasn't working out. So I just kind of kept the sharp ends that she had, like how in the Gacha Life picture, how the front looks like. I just kept that. And I just went with it. Sadly, it's like upsetting that I couldn't do it, but like I could not figure out how to do that. So I need a lot more practice before I'm able to do something like that. And my favorite part of this drawing was probably the top and the skirt. I still struggle to draw skirts. I still don't know how to draw them. I mean, obviously I drew it, but like, I don't know. It's a little off to me. I don't like it. Doesn't look real. It's very stiff. So I try to practice as much as possible. And I tend to like draw, like I tend to sketch a lot of skirts and short dresses so I can get the ends like properly and get the little ruffles, but it just never works out digitally. But like on paper sketching, it works out. It's a little weird. But yeah, my favorite part was definitely the top and the skirt. For the legs with the whole under the bow, that whole like strip lines, like that took a while to get the placement right for that. Because the lines were overlapping, because it was such a small space, I had to do forward lines next to each other, so it just wasn't working out. for that. I do like the color palette for the alien girl, because blue is my favorite color, so I had a lot of fun with that. But I liked that there was also aspects of gray and then also pink. I think the pink let everything pop, and then of course the white worked out as well. I really liked the boots. I like the pose overall. I don't want her to do like be standing, and I think I already had like a mental note that I wasn't gonna be able to do the hair even before I started. So I wanted to make the pose a little more interesting than just her standing down. So I kind of put her, one leg up or knee up, and then have her both her hands in the back. Sort of like how someone would put both their hands and then they would puff out their chest. Kind of like that pose. I don't know why I made the background gray. I've been doing a lot of these like art tips that I like, stuff I wish I knew when I first started digital art, and everyone's talking about either working in grayscale or either putting your background as gray and then building on top of that. And literally for the purpose of this stylized cartoonish drawing, it doesn't do much for me, but I did it either way. Not sure why. But yeah, I have nothing else to say about this image, so I will let the rest of the time lapse play out. So that is it for this video. I had literally so much fun drawing these characters, these two girls and the other two girls. So if you haven't checked out part 1, definitely go check out part 1. I'll remember to try to leave it linked down below, but you can find it on our channel too. It's only a couple months back and we don't have that much videos, so you'll be able to find it easily. I really hope you guys like this. I want to draw more gacha characters. Maybe draw characters that aren't my own, so I'll see if I can find like gacha characters online or on social media, maybe do like fan art for it. I think that would be fun, drawing some other people's gacha characters. But yeah, I really like this. If you guys want to see me draw or redesign a character in my own style, whether it's fan art or it's someone else's character or whatever, please let me know down below. Please give suggestions for future videos if you have any. And I had like a blast creating these characters to draw them, so I cannot wait to do them again a couple months from now. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, Jen and I do have a commentary review channel. Links will be down below for that. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and Jen and I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day. Peace. Bye guys.